This is what fans wanted, isn't it? And yet, I'm not really as keen on it as the album that came before. This is Paul Di'Anno's Battlezone. First album, Fighting Back, and I remember at the time having a listen to it, not really connecting with it at all. I listened to it and thought, yeah, okay. And I feel that way about it now, really. Remember, I reviewed on this here podcast, Steve Swift's Rambling Reviews. Oh yes, the Rambling Reviews. The reviews which rambled. I reviewed the Di'Anno album, the first Di'Anno album, 2 years previous to this. I didn't do it 2 years previously. It came out 2 years previous to this, in 84. And it was a real 84 fest. So there's lots of synths and lots of... And, you know, it's a melodic rock and pop rock and all of that. I loved it. Remember hearing it at the time, loved it then, loved it now. But it was sort of out of its... It was part of the time, the musical time, but out of what the fans wanted. This, Battlezone, is more what they want. All songs written, I think, by guitarist John Hurley. And it's a rock album. It's not an Iron Maiden metal album particularly, although it does try. But it's an accessible rock album, which hard rock, of course. But there's not much to these songs, you know. I mean, we start with Forever Fighting Back. This album's called Fighting Back, and it's got a kind of sharp, punky attack to it. Really, crashes in, makes itself known that this is the new Paul Di'Anno, folks, just like the old Paul Di'Anno that you liked. And there's nothing else to it, really. There's a simple chorus to Welcome to the Battlezone with starts with sirens and that you are entering the Battlezone, all that. It's the mix here. Some of the drums are a bit thin, and that's something that would dog Paul Di'Anno's work, really, in my view. And so many fans wanted to produce something which sounded like it had a better production, so that we could really enjoy the songs. And the last album he produced before he sadly passed, was that album, which was brilliant. But this is a little thin at times. It's got a big bass, punky riffing. It's got a simple chorus. I like it, but I don't think there's anything that's going to make me... It's not going to stay in my mind particularly. I prefer The Land God Gave to Cain, which is the closer of the first side. It's got more drama. It does give a breakdown. It slows down, comes back in. It's got a simple construction, but it is better because something else is trying. Now, the second side opens with Running Blind, and you'd expect to get a massive bash in, wouldn't you? In fact, the second track has that, which is, it's got a glammy riff and a basic beat and a florid metallic solo. That would work as the first track here. Running Blind has martial drumming and arriving guitars, but then it absolutely bashes so much that you think, right, in a minute this is all going to fall over. Or it's in a box and it's going to break the sides because it's got too much going on. There's a rampaging solo, but it just doesn't have any light and shade. It's just pushing. This is what you want, isn't it? Even Raven, with their athletic rock, had some... We're just going to have some quieter moments. There's a bit of dynamics here. You don't have that with Running Blind. Voice on the Radio, though, the album actually gets a bit better as it goes on. Because the glammy riff and the big beat, the sweet harmonies as well, that's a bit of a refreshing thing. And Welfare Warriors has a bit of those doubled Maiden and Lizzie guitars. Sassy. Simple, works, very nicely done. And it finishes with Feel the Rock, which has got a gang chorus. It's a kind of sounds a bit proto hair metal, really. Nice, bright, insistent guitar. It's simple, but you can really get in the middle of it. And that works when we're looking for a party. But it's neither one thing nor the other. It's neither Di'Anno, which has got all those symptoms. People went, oh, what's he doing? He's wimping out. But neither is it Iron Maiden, where you think that's tough. And those songs are really good to bang my head to. And actually, they've got dynamics in them, light and shade. Neither of those things happen. And that is a real shame. But it's nice to hear it. It's what people said they wanted, but it doesn't really have the quality. Ta-ta.